Progress is progress.
Yep. Hey! Welcome, guys, to our Tuesday night.
Hi, guys. I just realized that Tyree is in like half the shot. My bad, y'all.
Oh. I am in 2 shots. Woohoo! Y'all get twins of me.
I'm sorry. But how's it going, guys? Happy Tuesday. We're going to kick it off with a couple of announcements. We have a bunch of fun things going on right now. So, as far as this week, there's a bunch of cool things going on. The Spirit Mechanics specifically have their live on cryptids, so that'll be fun to check out. And then we also have some pretty cool things going on. I believe Tyree's doing something Saturday. I know I am. Tyree, what are you doing Saturday?
Hang on, I'm trying to get out of your shot. There we go. No?
We'll be in both. It's fine.
I will be in Frankfurt, participating in Capital Pride.
So what are the hours?
And that is from 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. As my script says, 50 millimeters.
Wee! So what are you going to be doing there, Tyree?
I am going to be doing vibrational sound healing.
Awesome.
And I will have my singing bowls with me.
Oh, sweet. They're actually going to let you do full sound bath?
Oh, I'm outside.
Oh, I guess so.
So they can't stop me.
They can't stop me.
So what are you doing?
So Saturday night, I will be here at the Missing Elements, which is, quote, where are we at?
We are at 1018 East New Circle Road, Suite 114 and Suite 112.
Lexington, Kentucky. But I'm going to be teaching a class, a 300 level class on psychic vampires with the Spirit Mechanics. It's going to be Saturday. It is a hybrid class, so if you're looking to just do it online, that is an option for this class. But it will be Saturday at 6 o'clock Eastern. So for those of you not in this time zone, that is just a heads up that it will be at 6 o'clock on Saturday. And I'm actually looking forward to it.
And how much is it?
It is $60. You'll get a little worksheet page if you're in person, and if you're doing it online, you'll get a PDF copy of that. That way you can follow along as we go.
So, hoo-hoo! Saturday's going to be a fun day.
It will. It's going to be busy, and so is next week.
Uh-huh. Well, see, it's going to be a fun day Saturday because they can come to Frankfurt and I can fork them, and then they can come here and you can teach them how to suck.
It is an 18-plus show, guys. I haven't dropped fuck yet, but here we are. Here we are. Sweet, sweet God. So, next week is Scarefest. Speaking of things that go bump in the night. Oh my God, gotta get this out now. Gotta get it out now.
Yeah, because we've got a serious topic tonight.
It's serious, but we're gonna try and do a bit more of a lighthearted spin. I mean, it's a fun time of year.
That it is.
So
Scarefest.
Scarefest. Next week is Scarefest, guys. It is Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Kids' Day is Sunday. Friday is Heroes' Day, and if I'm not mistaken, I'm trying to remember. I think it's from 2 to 6 on Friday, but there's a ton of celebrities that are going to be there this month and this year. It's going to be an awesome time. Spirit Mechanics has a booth, the retail side, and the energetic working side. So if you're looking to get some work done, pop over, see us, get your handshake, high five, hug, all that good business. There's no telling who you're actually going to catch at the booth, so we'll see what happens. You might get lucky and it could be all of us at the same time, and you might just catch 1 or 2 of us. But we'll always be there for what you need.
That's just it. You never know who's going to be there. And I didn't realize it, but they got a ghost hunt this year.
They have a ghost hunt this year?
Yes, they do.
Who's running the ghost hunt?
Oh, you would ask. I don't remember.
I would ask because that's kind of my job. It's my job to know those things.
But I think it's like $85 for the ghost hunt.
That's actually not bad.
And I'm believing it is Saturday night.
Okay.
Hey,
Raymond.
After the showdown. But I know it's the guys from Holzer Files. I can't remember his name, and then there's another guy that's hosting it.
Okay.
That's the celebrities on hand.
Hey.
So, check it out. You can get the tickets at
Scarefest Weekends?
scarefestweekends.com.
Alrighty. Oh, Dave Schrader and a psychic medium. Okay,
Yeah.
cool. Thanks, Raymond. As far as finishing out announcements, we do have one other announcement. Miss Joanna Dickey will be here at the Missing Elements November 9th and 16th presenting a seminar on shamanism and journeying. Both days are going to be the same topic so that you can pick which day works better for you. And it should be a pretty awesome time. Her stuff is always fantastic. Her knowledge is pretty expansive, and we really love Joanna. She does great work, and she does a great job journeying, and she's a great instructor to have around.
Yep.
Just as a reminder, there is no actual cost for that class. Donations of cash are appreciated but not required. So if you're interested and you're thinking about looking into shamanism, these two classes will be a really good one to try.
I totally agree.
Woo!
Because I'll be here.
I probably will be too. But that's another one of those swing by, see who you see, because you might catch Tyree, you might catch me, you might catch a couple of other mechanics around.
That is true.
As always, if you are looking for work to be done, you can reach out to Spirit Mechanics through the Facebook page, through the Missing Elements, here physically at the shop. There's a lot of different options. We do energy work, card readings, all that good business. And we can do it over the phone. So check it out, guys.
Do it over the phone. We could do it on Zoom. We could do it on Discord.
There are options.
Yes.
Whee! Technology is a magnificent thing.
So here's the thing I'm dropping, and she doesn't know anything about it. I'm setting up a challenge tonight.
What?
If we can get 500 views for tonight's showing, you're going to do the chicken dance on the next live. So there you go, guys. Oh, by the way, speaking of challenges, how many followers do we have at Spirit Mechanics now?
I don't know, but if we hit 5,000, the Spirit Mechanics as a whole will reenact a horror movie of the public's choosing. Godspeed to us all.
Well, right now the running is Blair Witch.
Yep, right now the winning contestant is the Blair Witch, so we'll see what happens. Follow Spirit Mechanics. Follow us here too, guys. The Missing Elements is cool.
Uh-huh.
We're pretty neat. But
yeah, like I said, 500 views, I'll get her to do chicken dance.
I love how he just assumes that I'm gonna do it. But he asked me to, so I probably will.
Hey.
But only if we get 500 views.
500 views. So Raymond, share us out.
Oh my god. So anyway.
Yeah.
Tonight's topic. Good lord. It is spooky season, and in honor of spooky season, you gotta shout out Samhain. You gotta shout out Halloween. There's a lot of interesting things that correlate, but there are differences. So that's something to kind of keep note of. Because every story, every folklore has its own origins, but every section still should be respected and made whole. Hey, Deb, how's it going? Hi.
Hey, Deb.
Shout out Rocky Hounds. They're awesome.
Yes.
They got raw stuff, and Deb's fantastic.
That's how I almost pulled my computer off.
So, I'm going to keep talking while...
Yeah. You keep talking while I try to destroy the shop.
Yeah, apparently Tyree's going to... Good lord. So...
No, you didn't see what Kevin bought.
No, I didn't. Because I was in Bowling Green.
Yeah, because you were in Bowling Green.
I was in Bowling Green.
You wasn't at the market where we were having all kinds of fun.
See, this whole live is going to get derailed because Tyree got excited.
Thank you, Deb.
While Tyree is getting his stones together, I'm going to keep...
It's a stone.
Oh, shit.
It's a deadly stone.
Is it appropriate for viewers?
Yes.
Had to ask.
What are you sorry for, Deb?
Deb, you know we love you around here. Oh shit, he bought you the fucking wand? Fuck. Ooh. That's nice. Never mind. That's actually really cool because you can set it just straight down. So it's got like this nice little inlay too. Where you could put some selenite. You could really build some shit on this.
Uh-huh. Or
Wow.
you can find somebody who does staffs.
Oh.
And put it on a staff.
Yeah, I guess there's that too. There's also stabbing.
It's also got a sharp point. And since
Thank you. Yes.
Since we are in spooky season and slasher stuff.
You could get slashed with some, calming piece.
Yeah.
Shit. No, you're good, Deb. You weren't causing a distraction. That's all Tyree.
Yeah, this is all me.
That's really pretty, though. I've been eyeing that. I'm glad you got it.
I have been eyeing it too, but I kept telling them I can't have it because it's a dangerous object. I would run around trying to cut people, especially the ones that piss me off. So, ooh, a dagger.
So anyway, Samhain and Halloween and the commonalities and differences. This is really just kind of a brief discussion, guys. Samhain is a really important time to a lot of people. Oh, sweet. Deb can get more. The ADHD. I'm so sorry. Oh my god.
So if you guys didn't get a good view of it, tell us, and we'll show it at the end, and Deb can order you a piece.
Pointy, pointy, pointy.
Yes, Renee, it is pointy.
Oh my goodness. So, as far as the traditions, Halloween comes, a lot of the traditions for Halloween, as far as the Western view of it, does come from the Celtic origin. There are still a lot of differences, and I do want to maintain that it's a very different celebration in different parts of the world, and some places it's not necessarily a celebration. But some of the differences are that the Celtic one actually took place on November 1st rather than the 31st of October, which is where it happens here. And so it was believed on that day that the souls of the dead would return to their homes. Like us, they wore costumes and built bonfires on hilltops to ward off evil spirits. But on the Celtic calendar, November 1st was actually the beginning of a new year. It was their belief that at this time, the veil between the living world and the veil of the dead would be thinner than any other time of the year. And that actually is very true. I mean, we can see it now. A lot of people even recently have said that they felt like the veil is a lot thinner, and I definitely have to agree.
The veil started getting thin after the last lunar eclipse.
It's been pretty intense, yes. I will definitely say.
And the double moon doesn't help.
That's true, but that's so cool. That is a different side
topic.
Tangent for a different night.
But what really gets me is the fact that, and it's more than one person has told me that this holiday is Satan-based. And it's like, how do you figure? You're celebrating your ancestors.
I think that, and this is my opinion, and that I want to make it clear, this is my opinion. I think a lot of that is the fact that Hollywood changed a lot of viewpoints of that, and the original Celts were a lot of things happened when people moved over to the US in this half of the world. I mean, there's a lot of things that have maintained the similarities, but there's a lot of things that are very, very different.
That it is.
A lot of other parts of the world, you wouldn't necessarily hear the same things, and I think that that's part of the reason why the culture here is so vastly different, is because there is a lot of Hollywood here. There's a lot of miscommunications on what the 31st of October is actually about. And So because of that, I think that that's part of the reason why things have gotten so cloudy. Especially because a lot of the times, and like I said, this is just my opinion, the fact that a lot of traditions for the 31st of October were meant to honor the dead. If certain people and certain religions view that the dead have completely moved on and that there's no coming back, then it's a direct miscommunication with how they view their faith.
That is true, but at the same token, they should still celebrate their ancestors.
I'm not saying that they shouldn't. All I'm saying is you brought up the topic of the fact that a lot of people are like, oh, it's a satanic holiday. Meh, 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 meh. Nah, honestly, you can catch Satan any day of the week. Like, he doesn't give a fuck.
Ain't that it?
But, like I said, those are my opinions. And Raymond said, fun tidbit, based on Celtic tradition, the day doesn't start until sunset. True. I think that's freaking cool.
That is why we don't start trick-or-treating until right around sundown.
I mean, plus it's spookier. It makes it just, it's better. Plus, like, who doesn't want to watch the sunset? Like, that's a once again, total different side tangent. But, who doesn't love a good sunset and a good hay bale ride? Don't look at me like that. Anyway,
But what's really cool is the cells would go door to door.
Oh, so they trick-or-treated in their own.
But they recited verses, and then they were rewarded with food.
Okay, so...
I'm not sure what kind of food they got, but I'm sure it wasn't candy.
Well, and that kind of leans into the fact that they had a very special tradition that they upheld, and certain things were taken as, certain groups of people moved and relocated. And so I could definitely see why that would be kind of one that was tweaked for a different section of the world. So that's pretty cool. Because I know that they also left food and drink out for the dead. Actually, a lot of cultures do.
A lot of cultures do that at this time of year, but it's also my understanding that we're supposed to place a setting of food during Christmas, during Yule, when we sit down for dinner.
Really?
Yeah.
Deb just said soul cakes were a big traditional treat. That's really cool.
Ooh.
So what's in a soul cake?
Yeah. What is in a soul cake?
Is it kind of like a pound cake? Excuse me. And I mean, the big thing that I always thought was cool was the apples and the pumpkins and, all the fall crops that are kind of coming around. It makes a lot of sense, too, especially with the harvest moon finished up. A place setting is place. It's pretty cool.
Yep. But see, they played games with the apples, like bobbing for apples, which I would never play, because it has to do with water, and people like to grab me by the back of the head and hold me under.
It's like a muffin and a scone had a baby. That actually sounds really good. Hey, Shelly.
Hi, Shelly. That sounds good.
And... yeah, same. I just scrolled back up, Renee, and saw that you said the double moon is screwing with your kiddos in the classroom. I fully believe it.
Uh-huh.
And... so as far as the games, it would be bobbing for apples?
Yeah, they would... games that had symbolic meanings that went with their celebration.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
But, like, they would peel their apples, and they'd do it with one peeling.
Oh, that's kind of cool. Kind of like when you get an orange like that?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
But then you throw it over your shoulder. You throw it over your shoulder backwards, and it's supposed to give you the first letter of the name of your future husband. So do you want to try it?
No. I already know the name of that. No, I don't. Do you?
No. But yeah, it's supposed to predict the first letter of their future partner's name.
Okay, that is actually kind of cool. It's kind of like one of the... traditions are cool.
Uh-huh.
It makes me wonder, though, how many times it was accurate. Or if it's kind of one of those folklore things. Either way, that's a super neat way to do.
Well, I'll tell you what, we'll try it. I'll buy some apples on Thursday, and me and you'll sit here and peel them, because I do have knives in there, and we'll throw it over our shoulder and see what happens.
Okay. Okay. All right. I'll do it with you.
Okay, but the Celts also built altars to honor their ancestors, and they would include like pumpkins and apples and other fall crops.
Photo proof is required. Okay, you got it, Renee. Oh, snap. I'm sorry to hear that, Kevin. I didn't realize that she passed away on Halloween.
Yep. So yeah, they would put the food that they gathered in their harvest out to celebrate their ancestors.
That's actually kick-ass.
Yeah.
Goodness. Same bag in the back or whatever it is that's going on in the back. Is that candy? Guys.
There you go. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. Guys, I got a Reese's. I'm totally about to eat this and then talk with my mouth full. Or at least eat it and attempt to not make chewy noises through the fucking mic. Oh my god. So, as far as the next topic goes, kind of once again, guys, we're going to do a brief history of witches specifically in the U.S. and kind of what happened as far as Salem goes. And a couple of other just kind of key highlighted points. But just remember that this time of year is special for everybody. It's special for a lot of different people, and it's a great time of year to both let things go and come into a lot of things yourself. Embrace it. You're more than welcome to. It's a great holiday, and then it goes into a great time of year for being thankful and giving in your own right. So, be kind to yourself, guys.
Now she's eyeballing my Reese cup.
I am. He opened it. God. So, in the U.S., the first accusations of people being witches happened in 1645 in Springfield, Massachusetts, when Qhwew and Mary Parsons accused each other of being witches. Can you imagine that fucking spat?
That would be... You're a witch.
Same. You Uno reverse, motherfucker. This is an 18-plus show.
But yeah, this is an 18-plus show. But, see, here's the thing. Were they actually calling themselves witches? Or were they calling themselves bitches?
You know, I'm going to eat my Reese's cup and judge over here silently.
Because, they do sound alike. And if somebody mistook what they said...
I don't think... I'm going to have to Google what year bitches was a coined word. Although people did refer to that was the name for female dogs. It was very typically done. So I don't know. That's a good point. Can you imagine? Fuck. Anyway. That is a really good question that I don't want to... oh no. Okay. To avoid the ADHD side tangent. Long story short, the dude was found innocent, and the lady in question was found guilty as far as the death of her child, which is very unfortunate, very sad. Yep. So then in 1647, Alcee Young was the first person executed for witchcraft in Windsor, Connecticut.
And then
ouch.
Yeah.
I'm gonna eat my Reese's cup. Don't judge me, guys.
Yeah. You eat the Reese's cup, and I will talk. And then in 1692, that is what really set the United States on fire, because that is when the trials began in the coastal settlements near Salem. And I didn't realize this until I started watching a documentary series on it.
Don't look at me. Don't pan to me. I'm eating my Reese's cup.
But you have Salem, Massachusetts, the big port city. But there was also a Salem that was miles away from there.
Oh?
Yeah.
I agree, Shelley. Witches do be tripping. And Renee, Connecticut's pretty cool. It's okay. It's just got some bad history, but what state doesn't?
Wait till Thursday night when we start talking about cryptids. The northeast of the United States is fucked up. They've got cryptids galore.
I mean, fair enough. So there's two different Salems, but...
Yeah, there's two different Salems.
That's actually kind of cool.
That it is. So I think it started in the village, not the city. And then it went down. Because there was 200 people that were accused of witchcraft. And 20 were executed.
See, that's just sad to me. Because, there's no need for that type of violence, y'all. It's sad. But that's part of the reason why we have to talk about it, is because people need to understand where it actually came from and why things were that. But we're not going to get into those necessarily tonight. As far as the witch trials, though, they're most well known for accusations of witchcraft as far as Salem, and they weren't the only trials for accusations of witchcraft. Between 1626 and 1730, 24 trials took place. However, none of the accused were found guilty in Virginia. So, shout out Virginia. But, like I said, every state has their own dark history. It's just a matter of what's actually unearthed and what's actually talked about. As far as the cause, the official cause does still remain debatable, but there's lots of nasty shit that is associated with it as far as the potential causes. It's just not necessarily able to be rounded down to one specifically. Politics, family feuds, church involvement, hysterical children, and lots of getting back and forth between people as individuals.
Yeah.
It just wasn't a great time.
Well, I think the Salem trials were basically started by hysterical children.
Yeah.
And they accused, one of the first accused was the maid.
Yeah, it's not a great look as far as history is concerned, just because there's a lot of darkness there, and it's a lot of he said, she said. And nowadays, you can go a lot, as far as a he said, she said, it's just something I don't want to see again.
No. And we won't get into that, no. Because that would be a very, very bad debating thing.
Yes, but...
And I like how Renee agreed with me. The Northeast is, yes, we do. Come visit you all.
Yeah, I mean, every state has their own dark history, but every state also has their good history. So it's just a matter of finding that balance, because the good shit needs to be talked about too. Unfortunately, the bad shit needs to be talked about more, usually, is an attempt to prevent. Shelley said the fact that they hung them means they believe magic is real.
That is true.
The things that those people and those individuals went through was not okay by any rights or means, and a lot of it was really fucked up.
Actually, I don't remember his name, but I think he had the worst of it all. They placed him between two boards and then slowly set rocks on top of him.
Yeah.
Until he was crushed.
They got fucking medieval, and they brought a lot of shit back that could have definitely stayed where it was originally. But, between 1647 and 1692, 57 people were brought to trial in New England for witchcraft. And it resulted in 16 convictions.
Conventions?
I'm going to blame the Reese's cup.
Boy, you you really are excited for next week, aren't you?
Yeah, I actually really am excited for Scarefest. It's on the brain. And Renee said Corey Giles.
Okay, thank you, Renee.
But those 16 convictions resulted in 14 to 16 executions. However, the U.S. isn't the only part of the world where people have been accused of being witches throughout history. It's just really important to remember that everything that those individuals went through was really rough and absolutely should not be replicated.
That is true. But going overseas.
And a dog. I always forget about the dog.
Dog?
Yeah.
I hadn't heard anything about a dog.
Dude.
I didn't make it through my mini-series. What about a dog?
I didn't make it through my mini-series.
It's like a 6 or 7 episode.
Goodness.
And a baby.
Sweet. People can be awesome and they can be really shitty. Make sure you choose to be the one you want to be, guys.
Actually, choose to be sweet. We got enough shitty as is.
True. In Scotland...
Yeah, we're going to Scotland next.
Just briefly, tiptoeing in.
In which the witch trials were caused by a number of factors including economic hardship, changing attitudes towards women, and the use of torture. The whole thing with the attitudes towards women, it's my belief...
This is our opinions, guys.
Yeah.
Specifically Tyrese at the moment.
Yes. A lot of this started out because women were the medicine people. They were the medicine workers. You went to your local
apothecary?
Yeah. You go to your favorite woman who does
things
with herbalism and stuff, yes. I just totally went brain dead. And it was when when men started getting into medicine, that's when they started accusing women of being witches. Because they wanted the money instead of it being done freely. Or in barter. But the whole thing with Scotland was caused by one person.
Deadass?
And that would be King James.
Oof.
Because he had it in his head that witches were trying to sink his boats as he was going from England to Scotland because they didn't want him in Scotland.
That's actually a new one on me. I didn't know that.
Yeah. That's the reason witches got put in the Bible. He rewrote the Bible to say witches.
You sure you didn't just mean bitches? Shout out to our conversation earlier.
Yeah, it could be, but but that's the reason we have the King James Version of the Bible.
Interesting.
So, now you talk and I'm eating. Let's see if my Reese cup has the same effect on me as it had you.
I mean, Reese's cups are good. We're not sponsored. And we would be really, really...
Oh, that would be awesome.
That would be awful. Can you imagine?
We'll pay you in Reese cups.
I mean, I wouldn't be upset, but, we picked the way that they're shaped, because they taste... Anyway. So, I mean, a lot of countries have had witch trials pop up, or at least accusations being thrown around, like Germany, Spain, Norway, several parts of Africa, and a couple different sections of New Guinea. But as far as contemporary trials, it's really kind of just been Saudi Arabia and Cameroon as far as other parts of the world. But As far as this very special time of year goes, because it's very special for a lot of different people, you whether you practice, whether you don't, whether you claim being a witch, whether you don't, whether you're just out on Halloween night because it's an awesome vibe and it's a great party, however it is that you choose to celebrate is completely yours. Don't ever let anybody take that from you. It's important to enjoy life, and it's important to appreciate the fun parts of life. And this time of year is a great time for that. Pumpkin patches, frickin' trick-or-treating, Halloween parties.
Patches.
Yeah.
You know, the headless horseman had a pumpkin. He'd throw it at you, knock your head off your shoulders.
Yeah.
I stay away from pumpkin patches.
Well, that's Tyree's opinion. Personally, I think that if they're adorable and magnificent, and there's some magic in those motherfuckers. But that's just me.
Pumpkin sucks.
Pumpkin's not my favorite, I'll be honest. But I like doing things with pumpkin. But however you I like pumpkin seeds and I like carving pumpkins, Tyree. I swear to Christ. To answer your question, yes, your Reese's had the same fucking thing happen.
Evidently. Damn, I'm going to have to get more Reese's from Meyer. They put something in them.
Oh my god.
But yeah,
Be you, rock out, love it. Live it. Whatever makes you happy. Do it.
check your, wherever you're at, your
Localities?
Localities, because there will be ghost walks going around. Well, consuming pumpkin spice is a protecting measure.
True, there's a lot of cool shit in the pumpkin spice stuff. It's actually got a lot of really good shit.
So, like, I know me and the guys here are going to Cynthiana on one of the Saturdays in October to do the Cynthiana Ghost Walk. And we got Marley Knockers.
Marley Knockers here in Lexington.
That do here in Lexington, but they are sold out.
Yeah. Just look up your local ghost walks. Because a lot of this time of year, it's good to touch in base and it's good to check in. And if you've been feeling like your ancestors are calling and you need to do a check-in with them, fucking do it, y'all. Right now is a really good time for that. And the veil's thin enough that it's a lot easier to make that kind of a connection. If that's something that you would like to do.
Yeah.
Just always remember, be safe.
Just don't be like me. My mom's going to reach out and smack me.
I mean, yeah. But not everybody. It depends. Because as far as... let me preface this. You will not always get smacked by your ancestors. Sometimes you will, but that's usually because you've asked for it. Deb said, I would love to do the ghost walks, just can't find the time. Fair.
I agree, Deb, but when I found this ghost walk, I was like, hey, dudes, ghost walk, this date, we are going, and didn't give them a choice.
So, like we said, if you can find your local ghost walk, give it a shot. You might be surprised at what you find, both within yourself and in the environment. And if it's not something that you vibe with, that's totally fine too.
Yes, Cynthiana is cool.
Cynthiana's pretty cool.
We love the Ross.
We really love the Ross. But, you got anything else to close us out?
I don't know. Have we heard anything about mechanics classes on Ghost? Or Paranormal? Have they said anything?
The next Paranormal class should be early next year, like spring of next year, after the weather runs through.
Okay. So, yeah, we do lots of classes. We've got Paranormal class, which is normally is a 2-day class.
It's being reworked though, so that's one of the things you'll find with a lot of the mechanics classes, that if you've taken them previously, a lot of them are getting a revamp and some extra energy thrown in. Just kind of make sure that we're staying up to date. I think if Raymond is still in the chat that he might have a bit more of an idea, but once we have more of a more of an idea on where the paranormal class will be held and how it's going to be run for this next go, we'll definitely share it.
Yeah, we'll very definitely share it. But the way it was running was, you paid what? The last class was $60, and that was half to the class and half to get you into an event, because we actually take you on a paranormal investigation.
Blame the Reese's.
Yeah. So what other classes do we have? We have Energy 101, 102, 103.
Yep, and I'm waiting on confirmations on when specific classes will be held. I just want to wait and say them once I have the actual date. But yes, Renee is completely right. This weekend is the Psychic Vampirism class. I'll be teaching it.
I won't be attending.
He's
I'm
going to
going
be
to
forking
miss
people.
it.
It's fine.
I got to go fork people. And then they're going to come here and she's going to teach them how to suck.
And on that note, love you guys.
Yeah,
Remember, be safe. And if, love you guys.
Love you guys. Y'all have a good night. And remember, if we get 500 views, she's going to do the chicken dance.
Sure.
And if she does do the chicken dance, I'll give her 5 Reese cups.
Okay, see, now that's a different conversation. I will be doing the chicken dance if we hit 500 views for 5 Reese's cups. Love you guys. Have a good night.
Yep,
have a good
love
week.
You.
Be safe. You know where to find us if you're looking for us.